Sagittarians are some of the most dynamic, free-spirited individuals in the zodiac. With their endless energy, love for life, and adventurous souls, they bring excitement and joy to everyone around them. But what happens when you hurt a Sagittarius? Beneath their optimistic and carefree exterior, there's a deeply loyal and emotional side to them, and when that's hurt, the consequences can be significant. In this video, we're diving into the 12 reasons why you should never hurt a Sagittarius. From their need for freedom to their intense commitment to honesty, Scorpios may be easygoing at first, but when their trust is betrayed, they can become distant, and at times, even unpredictable. Stick with us as we explore the unique qualities of a Sagittarius and understand why they're a sign you do not want to cross. 1. They value freedom above all. Sagittarians are known for their love of freedom, and it is perhaps the most vital element in their lives. More than anything else, they cherish their ability to explore, make their own choices, and experience life on their own terms. Freedom is not just a preference for them, it's essential to their happiness and well-being. Whether it's freedom of thought, action, or the ability to go wherever their heart leads them, Sagittarians cannot thrive in relationships that feel too restrictive or controlling. When you hurt a Sagittarius, you're challenging their very sense of freedom. They can be highly sensitive to being held back or manipulated, and if they feel suffocated by the dynamics of a relationship or a betrayal, they won't hesitate to distance themselves. If a Sagittarius feels like their freedom is at risk, they'll often take a step back or completely withdraw to regain their independence. Hurting them means robbing them of their autonomy, and in their eyes, that's something that is hard to repair. 2. They are honest to a fault. One of the most defining traits of a Sagittarius is their unwavering honesty. Sagittarians are blunt, straightforward, and expect the same level of transparency from others. They are not ones to sugarcoat things or pretend just to spare someone's feelings. While their truthfulness is admirable, it can sometimes come off as brutal, especially when they say things that others might find difficult to hear. But for a Sagittarius, it's all about being real, no pretenses, no lies. When you hurt a Sagittarius, especially through dishonesty or deceit, it strikes at their core. They value honesty more than anything, and any form of betrayal, no matter how small, can deeply wound them. They expect the people closest to them to be equally as open, and if they find out they've been lied to, they won't hesitate to cut ties. Sagittarians may seem easygoing, but they don't tolerate dishonesty, and once their trust is broken, it can take a long time to earn it back. 3. They are always looking for new adventures. Sagittarians are the quintessential adventurers of the zodiac. They thrive on discovering new places, meeting new people, and exploring ideas that excite their curious minds. Their love for adventure and novelty keeps them constantly on the move, whether it's through travel, learning, or pushing the boundaries of what's possible. This zest for life is part of their charm. They bring a sense of excitement and energy wherever they go. When you hurt a Sagittarius, they might not react the way you expect. Instead of confronting the situation head-on, they may choose to escape into new adventures to avoid the emotional pain. For them, moving forward and embracing something new is a form of healing. They'll throw themselves into exploring new horizons, distancing themselves from the situation that hurt them. A Sagittarius who's been hurt will often focus their energy on finding a new purpose or direction, leaving behind what caused them pain. This need for adventure is both a coping mechanism and a way to reclaim their emotional independence. 4. They can be extremely independent. Sagittarians have an unparalleled sense of independence. They are the kind of people who don't just walk their own path, they create it. They pride themselves on being self-sufficient and have no problem doing things on their own. Their freedom to make choices without being tethered to others is a crucial part of their identity. Whether it's their career, relationships, or personal pursuits, they cherish their autonomy above everything else. If you hurt a Sagittarius, their natural instinct will be to withdraw and reclaim their independence. They will not cling or beg for your attention, instead, they'll focus on regaining their own space. This need for independence means that, when hurt, a Sagittarius will protect their emotional boundaries, even if it means distancing themselves from you. They'll retreat into themselves, using their inner strength to rebuild and recover. If they feel that their freedom is being threatened, whether physically or emotionally, they won't hesitate to break away and regain control over their lives. So, hurting a Sagittarius doesn't just risk losing their trust, it risks losing their willingness to stay connected to you. 5. They are extremely loyal when trusted. Once a Sagittarius places their trust in you, they become one of the most loyal people you'll ever meet. They don't give their loyalty lightly, but once they do, they will stand by you through thick and thin. They are not the type to jump from one friendship or relationship to the next, they invest deeply in those they care about, and they expect the same in return. Their loyalty is unwavering, and they will go to great lengths to support and defend those they love. But here's the catch, once you break that trust, you may find it difficult to regain it. If you hurt a Sagittarius, especially if it's a betrayal of their trust, their loyalty will quickly turn to distance. They don't take betrayal lightly, and when trust is lost, it can be nearly impossible to earn back. They will be hesitant to give you a second chance, and even if they do, their guard will be up. So, if you're lucky enough to earn a Sagittarius loyalty, make sure you treat it with the respect and care it deserves, because once that trust is broken, the consequences are long-lasting. 6. They hate feeling trapped. Freedom and movement are at the core of a Sagittarius personality. They absolutely despise feeling trapped, confined, or controlled in any way. Whether it's in relationships, their careers, or daily life, they value their ability to make their own choices and follow their own path. The moment they feel like they're being held back, whether through emotional manipulation or restrictive expectations, they will begin to feel suffocated. If a Sagittarius is hurt by someone, especially if it comes with a sense of emotional confinement, they will react strongly. They might feel like they are being put into a corner or that their individuality is being compromised. When that happens, their natural response is to rebel. They will break free from any situation that makes them feel trapped, and they will do so with determination and decisiveness. So, if you hurt a Sagittarius by limiting their emotional freedom or trying to control them, don't be surprised if they quickly distance themselves and shut you out. For them, maintaining their freedom is more important than holding on to a relationship that restricts them. 7. They can be quick to cut ties. When a Sagittarius is hurt, they are not ones to linger in toxic situations. They are quick to act when their emotional boundaries have been violated, and if they feel betrayed or mistreated, they will often cut ties immediately. This quick decision-making is driven by their deep need for freedom and peace. They won't waste time on people who no longer serve their well-being or bring positive energy into their life. Unlike other signs who might try to fix the situation or give second chances, Sagittarius is straightforward and decisive. If they feel the relationship is no longer balanced, or if they feel disrespected, they will not hesitate to walk away. Their loyalty is powerful when it's earned, but once it's betrayed, the door closes fast. If you've hurt a Sagittarius, don't expect them to stick around and fight for a relationship that no longer feels right to them. They will simply remove themselves from the situation, and it's often without warning. The speed with which they cut ties is a reflection of their commitment to protecting their peace and personal freedom. 8. They are extremely optimistic. One of the most magnetic qualities of a Sagittarius is their relentless optimism. No matter how difficult the situation, a Sagittarius can always find a way to see the silver lining. Their positive outlook on life is contagious, and they can inspire even the most cynical person to believe in new possibilities. This natural optimism allows them to face challenges with courage and determination, knowing that setbacks are only temporary and that better days are ahead. However, when a Sagittarius is hurt, their optimism can make their recovery even more powerful. While they may retreat momentarily, they are quick to dust themselves off, find a lesson in the pain, and move forward. But this doesn't mean they forget the hurt, it simply means they will use their positive outlook as a tool for growth and renewal. If you hurt a Sagittarius, expect them to bounce back quickly, and don't be surprised if they come out of the situation with a new sense of strength and perspective. Their optimism is what allows them to heal and push forward, no matter what. 9. They have a strong sense of justice. Sagittarians are deeply driven by their sense of justice. They have a keen sense of right and wrong, and they're not afraid to stand up for what they believe in, whether it's fighting for others or advocating for themselves. Their idealism pushes them to believe that everyone should be treated fairly and that integrity should always come first. If a Sagittarius feels wronged, they will fight for what's right, and they'll do so with unwavering conviction. When you hurt a Sagittarius, you're not just hurting their feelings, you're violating their sense of justice. They will seek answers and will not rest until they feel the situation has been addressed fairly. This strong sense of justice means that if they believe you betrayed them, they may expect reparation, acknowledgement, or an explanation. While they won't always make a scene, a Sagittarius will make sure that the wrong they've experienced is addressed, one way or another. If you've hurt them, expect them to confront you, not out of malice, but because they feel it's their duty to restore balance and fairness. 10. They will push you to be your best. A Sagittarius is a natural motivator. They want to see everyone around them thrive and reach their full potential, often pushing others to be their best version. They are incredibly supportive of growth and self-improvement, always encouraging those they care about to embrace challenges, take risks, and step outside of their comfort zones. Their passion for adventure is contagious, and they want to share that excitement for growth with everyone they meet. When a Sagittarius is invested in you, they will help you see opportunities you might not have noticed. They won't hesitate to point out areas where you can improve and give you a gentle nudge to step up your game. But when you hurt them, you lose someone who genuinely wants to help you succeed. They will stop investing that energy in you, and that can be one of the most powerful losses in a relationship with a Sagittarius. Their desire to see you grow and become your best is one of the most valuable gifts they offer, and if you take that for granted, you risk losing a motivating force in your life. 11. They are unpredictable. Sagittarians are known for their unpredictable nature. One minute, they could be the life of the party, making everyone laugh with their adventurous tales, and the next, they could be lost in deep thought, reflecting on their next big move. This spontaneity keeps things exciting and fresh. They don't like being boxed in by routines or expectations, and their need for variety and change can make them somewhat unpredictable to those around them. This unpredictability is part of their charm, but it also means that when a Sagittarius is hurt, their reaction can be unexpected. They might not react the way you expect, they could suddenly withdraw, or they might confront the issue head-on with surprising intensity. You never know exactly how a Sagittarius will process their emotions, and that unpredictability can be both exhilarating and challenging in relationships. So, when you hurt them, be prepared for a response that might not follow the pattern you anticipate. They will handle their hurt in their own way, and it's often much more dramatic or sudden than you might expect. 12. They value their personal growth. For a Sagittarius, personal growth is not just a goal, it's a lifestyle. They are constantly evolving, always striving to learn more about themselves and the world around them. Whether it's through new experiences, self-reflection, or even learning from their mistakes, Sagittarians are deeply committed to becoming better versions of themselves. They believe that life is a journey, and the more they grow, the more they can contribute to the world. This focus on personal development means that if you hurt a Sagittarius, you're not just affecting their emotional state, you're hindering their ability to grow. They might withdraw and focus on their own healing, using the situation as a stepping stone to self-improvement. A Sagittarius will often transform pain into a powerful tool for growth. However, if you continue to bring negativity into their life, they may choose to distance themselves from you completely. Their growth is their priority, and anything that impedes it, including toxic relationships, will be cast aside without hesitation. When you hurt them, you prevent them from progressing, and a Sagittarius will not tolerate that for long. In conclusion, Sagittarius is a sign defined by its desire for freedom, growth, and adventure. Their loyalty, optimism, and sense of justice make them some of the most dynamic and inspiring people to have in your life. But when you hurt a Sagittarius, the consequences go far beyond emotional pain. They will seek freedom from the situation, protect their personal growth, and may even cut ties if they feel the relationship no longer serves their highest good. They are not quick to forgive when their trust is broken, and once their trust is lost, it's difficult to regain. If you value your relationship with a Sagittarius, it's essential to respect their independence, support their growth, and always be honest with them. Sagittarians are resilient and optimistic, but their trust is sacred, and when you break that trust, you risk losing them forever. So, treat a Sagittarius with the respect they deserve, and you'll gain a loyal, adventurous, and inspiring companion for life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Zodiac insights. Let us know in the comments how Sagittarians have impacted your life, how have they inspired you or challenged you. We'd love to hear your experiences.